Probably not a big surprise. Special Counsel Robert Hur not going to charge President Biden or, in fact, anyone in connection to his years-long investigation about those classified documents, the scoop by the Wall Street Journal. Of course, we know these documents were just hanging around the Penn Biden Center and inside that Wilmington residence, guys, where, you know, there was that Corvette in the garage. They were discovered in December 2022. Hur apparently also interviewed Hunter, who lived on and off there at the residence. Here was Congressman Greg Steube of Florida on Newsmax reacting to this.
And illustrates the complete weaponization of the federal government and the DOJ and the FBI. They're gonna go after Trump, not just on federal classified documents case. They're going to go after him in New York. They're going to go after him in Georgia. They're going to go after make up stuff. So it shows the American people exactly what is happening in the Biden DOJ.
Jason, do you think not charging Biden will obviously be a boon to Trump when people see what's going on here at the DOJ?
I think people are used to seeing this two-tiered system of justice, but this just puts the exclamation point on it. The fact of the matter is that you have Joe Biden, who's violated exactly the same thing that President Trump is purported to have supposedly violated, but they're going to let Joe Biden go scot-free. And we're seeing this all the way down the list, whether it's Joe Biden, whether it's Hunter Biden, whether it's Democrat after Democrat. But instead, Merrick Garland and Joe Biden are using the DOJ to weaponize the election against President Trump. Voters are pretty smart. They can figure out what's going on here. When you're charging one but not charging the other, they see it. They see that it's rigged. They see how they're trying to stilt it against President Trump. I think it'll ultimately politically help President Trump, but this is just a disgrace to the judicial system.
And speaking of the judicial system, I have a minute left. And Rick, I want to ask you about this case in Colorado. Denver, a single judge expected to decide if Trump will be eligible for the 2024 primary ballot. The decision is expected today. They're trying to say that he engaged in insurrection, so the Constitution bars him from being on the ballot. You know, this judge who we're looking at just moments ago, Sarah Wallace, she acknowledged being a Democratic donor, refused to recuse herself. Trump is not charged with inciting an insurrection. But Jack Smith apparently came out this week and tried to say, well, he is responsible for an insurrection. What do you think will happen today in Colorado and the danger for justices like this?
Well, I think if you look at cases that we saw in Michigan and Minnesota that have already been, ruled in favor for Trump, I think that, the Colorado judge is going to have a very difficult decision. What I've seen from most of the judicial decisions so far is that there is really not enough information there, and they do not want to look stupid. When you look at the Constitution, what it calls for, is it the responsibility of the court or Congress to make this decision? What is insurrection according to the Constitution? It doesn't describe it as a definition, so it doesn't set the standards. So I think when you see all of these cases, this is another attack just to try to find a way to prevent Trump. I think in 2016, when the Democrats realized that, according to them, he was never going to get elected, when he did get elected, that threw them, into a state of absolute dismal repair, and they were never going to allow this to happen again. So whether it's special counsels, classified documents, or insurrection charges, they're going to try anything and everything to make sure that Donald Trump doesn't win election in 2024.
We're watching it very closely. Rick and Jason, pleasure to see you both on a Friday, gentlemen. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Thank you.